great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making just a really crispy vegetable rice that's going to go really well with my koobideh kebabs. So if you haven't watched my video on how to make the koobideh kebabs, they are amazing. So this rice, my family loves to have it like this, especially with any of the kebab dishes. So let's go ahead and get started. They're very simple ingredients that we're going to use. I have some olive oil here. I have some pre-cooked rice that's just cold right from the fridge. If you don't have any, you can just make some. And then here I have red bell peppers, green bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, some sweet Vidalia onions. I have 2 omelets that I have made, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. I have some salt, some pepper. I have some fresh mushrooms here that I have just kind of semi-cut oblong. And then I have these spring onions that I wanted to, and I've cut them kind of long with crosswise. So let's just get started. Like I said, this is a very simple, easy rice dish that can be introduced with, can be used with really any meaty dishes. Like if you have any fish or anything that you want to, you don't want to have meat in 2 of the foods. And this is really great. It stays really well if you're traveling, if you want to take this on the plane, or kids lunches, husbands lunches. This works really well. You can always, in the end, if you want to put some meat in it, just you could even just do pieces of like hot dog or chicken and just put that on top. So this works really well. So I've just put a little bit of olive oil in our pan here, and I'm just gonna put some of the all of the spring onions in there, and we are going to just saute the spring onions a little. And I just want to show you what my what I mean with the koobideh kebabs is basically this. It's what's in the oven for dinner today. So if you haven't watched the recipe for how to make the koobideh kebabs, please do so. They turn out wonderful. So here we've got that sizzling sound, and I really don't want to cook the spring onions just too much. So I'm just gonna put the mushrooms in there, and we're just gonna saute this all on high heat. And the only real seasoning that's gonna be in here, I forgot to mention also, was our sumac. Sumac goes really well with koobideh kebabs. If you don't know, koobideh kebabs are a Persian or Iranian kebabs. It's the way they make their dishes. It's really tasty, and usually they have sumac that is sprinkled on top. So I just got that going here. And while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions, bell peppers in there. So we just want to saute this on high. Just make it a really colorful, crispy dish. We're not going to cook up the vegetables too much. Okay, so while that's working, I told you I was going to show you how we're going to work the eggs. So basically, the thing that I'm going to do with the eggs is I'm just going to thinly slice and make them into like long strips. And really, if you want more or less egg in it, or if you don't want any, it's really up to you. This is just an idea of what you can come up with, like a non-meat dish to go with a meat dish. And then to this, I'm going to go ahead and season my vegetables with salt, and pepper. And then I'm going to add the rice in it. Again, the rice will depend how much you want to put in it. Let's stir it and see if we're gonna need more or less in it. And I really like the vegetables popping out, and just gonna add just a little bit more rice. At this point, I'm just going to turn the flame off because I really don't want to cook the vegetables anymore. I'm just going to break these little, so it just kind of, okay. Okay, I'm going to add the egg in it. Give it a good mix. And now we're gonna plate this. So I got this in a plate and it just looks really, really beautiful. Look at that. Just all the colors and such a crisp vegetable rice. And my koobideh kebab did come out of the oven, so we're just gonna put them right like so onto our rice. And then we're not gonna forget our sumac. We're just gonna sprinkle some sumac right on top of the kebabs and on top of the rice. This concludes our episode of making the a vegetarian rice that goes with any meat dish. So make sure you give this a try, and also please watch my video on the koobideh kebab. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great recipe. Please folks, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe.